Oh my gosh, technical
Yes!
difficulties.
Here we are. Thank you. Thank you, angels. We made it.
And the internet.
Yes, and the internet, for sure. Okay. Let's get this
Good.
going.
Happy Saturday.
Yeah, happy Saturday, everyone.
We're back to summer again. It's 93 degrees today.
Oh, yes. Manteca, California, known for the
But
warm
you know
weather.
what? At least it's not flooding.
Oh,
I feel
my gosh.
so
Oh, I know.
sorry for those people over there that's going through that. There's, I think, like almost over 40 deaths now.
That's so
It's just
sad.
horrible. Yeah.
Sending our angels to help these people.
Yeah. And we'll put a
energy and
donation
prayers.
button for people to donate to certain organizations.
That's a great
for them.
idea.
Yeah.
That's a great idea,
Yeah.
Vera. Okay, so we just wanted everybody to know that if you sign up for our Soul Tribe, which is free, by the way, it's
on
just
our internet.
yeah,
on our
website. Yeah,
on our
it's
internet.
just when you sign up for our Soul Tribe, it's just like being a part of our email list, and we'll send every once in a while if we have something on sale or a class coming up.
We don't send a lot of them.
No,
Where
trust
you
me.
get, yeah, not
We
like
don't.
some people.
But we have the retreat coming up, and so if you sign up for our Soul Tribe,
Hi,
you
Marshila.
get 10% off. So that's kind of a nice.
Oh, but Portland's so nice and green. Yes.
Hi, Marshila. Hi, Sammy.
Hi, Sammy.
Oh yeah, I love Oregon. It's so green and
Yeah.
beautiful.
A lot of
But-
pot there too.
Yeah. So
Aloha,
we here.
boy. Hi,
Aloha.
Roxanne. Okay, finish.
No, that was
Okay.
it. That if they sign up for our Soul Tribe, they get 10% off of our retreat and
Well,
different
and
specials.
classes and-
Yeah, and then we send them the emails with our special sales and things like that. And we'll give discounts. to
Yeah,
our
and
Soul
like they
Tribe.
get special. They get to go first before other people, right?
Exactly. Yeah, they'll get to know all that stuff
Yeah.
first for sure.
And don't forget to subscribe.
Yes,
We're at
we're over
645. I
600.
think.
I'm excited about
I
that.
can't wait to go over that.
Yeah, me too.
All right, and then we have that, and then the mini retreat. I wanted to call it like a weekend with Christina and Vera
Okay.
instead of mini retreat.
All
Because
right.
it's really not a retreat.
Not yet.
Not
Because it
yet.
needs to be a little bit
Yeah,
longer.
Manteca is not a retreat place. No, it's where your
But
mind
it can
is.
be.
It can
Exactly.
be. You're right.
Exactly.
It's where you are. Hi,
It is.
Dennis.
It is for me whenever I come over to visit on Saturdays. It is.
Oh, really? Oh, good. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Hi, Dennis.
Oh, look. Dennis said that the birthmark for that splash. Remember I said he was an artist? He said that he studies animation and has a natural talent for drawing.
That is
Yeah, very
totally,
cool.
totally cool. It's in your soul.
Yep,
I
exactly.
love that. It's the things that we've lived before, that it will come out in our interests, and it's really amazing how in one life it'll be this way, but in another life it's there, but it's just in a different way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. You know, I have to tell them too, really quick. I had a life as a fashion
Designer.
and so in this life, I love doing the fashion illustration. So it's like it's there, but in a different way.
In a different way.
Is
exactly.
there a past life that you've had, Vera, that comes out?
Well, I was a magnificent sewer.
That's true.
I wasn't. That's a lie. I was pretending to know how to sew in England, and I got hired at this sweatshop.
factory?
Yeah, a sweatshop kind of thing. And all I knew how to do was cut out.
It's
Hi,
an important
Rose.
part, though. Hi, Rose.
Oh, awesome, Dennis. He loves acting too.
That is
Very
cool.
cool.
That's cool.
Hello, Red Moon.
Red Moon. Very cool name.
Is it a full moon?
I'm not sure.
I'm not
It's
either.
getting brighter and fuller these days, so it must be getting
Yeah.
close. Okay.
Woohoo.
So I'm really kind of excited about some of the subject matter that we have in today's video, because
Yeah.
we have a lot of different
We have
questions.
so
Yeah.
many awesome questions.
They are really cool.
Very.
And we're not able to get to all of them, but we're going to try to get to them in upcoming episodes. So if you don't hear your question addressed here today, especially like with the birthmarks, they're so popular.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say anymore. We'll do it next time because sometimes we can't do it
Yeah,
next
we
time.
can't. Well, there's so many, we
Yeah.
can't get them all in.
Hi,
But-
I was going to say hi, ladies. Hi, Bradley.
Bradley Moon.
Yeah.
But we will, in upcoming episodes, we will try to, we
Yeah,
will get them in.
eventually.
It's just a matter of time.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but we're
And
working on it.
sometimes it slips through the cracks, and that's just, I don't know what to say.
But whenever they do get their answer. I know for me, we get it at the perfect timing.
That's true.
Even if it's not today, that whenever it was, we need it most is when it comes up.
I love your philosophy.
Well, it's the truth. It's true.
It is true. I know.
So, okay. So should we just dive on in, Vera?
Yeah. Oh, first I wanted to bring up about remember. I say remember all the time. When somebody asked about what's the karma of dinosaurs.
Oh, you guys! When she got this, she texted me. I was so excited because I was like, "Wow! Why didn't I think of that?" I mean, it just seems really cool. But we should remind them of what the question was. We had a question, and I think it could have been from Dylan, actually. Dylan,
I'm not sure.
I think it was him. I'm not sure. Anyway, the question is, what was the karma for dinosaurs having gone extinct? That's what was the question.
What was their karma? Why did they go extinct in that?
Okay.
But they were fulfilling their chart. They were supposed to be there for oil.
Isn't that amazing, you guys? Fossil fuel.
And I just got it like it was nighttime, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that was. I just thought that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, I was like, okay.
It shows how everything is charted. We all, even the animals and all the creatures,
that's
have
what
a
they were
chart
supposed to do.
fulfill.
And that was it, and that's what their chart was.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so it wasn't anything like karma.
Good job, Vera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of really excited about that.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
I called you on the way home on that one.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, that's super neat. Okay, all right, Vera, which question would you like to address first? And I can read their question and then.
Okay. Chris,
we've got
you?
several. Okay, so let's go find. I believe
And we
it's
tried to
her.
get the ones I said last time, but if we didn't, ask again, and then we'll.
Yeah. Well,
Try
we
to get
have
to
our
it.
list, and we are going to get to all these questions. It's only a
I
matter
might
of
have
time.
to go back to once a month for the birthmarks because we're getting so many.
Yeah.
And there's other stuff I want to talk about too.
Okay, so it might be once a month for birthmarks, but we'll get to them.
Yeah.
Just got to tune in and,
Yeah.
and check it out. All right. Chris Yu asked, my son has a birthmark on his left temple about the size of a quarter. Can you get anything on this?
Okay.
Thanks.
What I got was that he was in a past life during Jesus' time, and he was blind, and he used to wear like a bandage around his eye, but he was female in that life. Female, I better put that. And his mother and him or her used to go around following Jesus's lectures and all that kind of stuff. And there was this one lecture I could just see where Jesus just saw him in the crowd. He had to go like through the crowd to get to the little girl that he wanted to address.
Wow.
Yeah, and he did something like he put his thumb on her temple and did something, and then had the mother, take off the blindfold, and it was like a while, but she started to see blurry stuff and then was able to see.
Wow.
And saying something, I can't get what he was saying, but so that was just to remember miracles can happen. That's a basic thing for that.
That is really powerful. What's interesting about that too is that we believe that in that life Jesus was psychic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
And so he knew what these people had gone through. Plus, there were also there were healing things that he could do, different pressure points and things that he knew where to press and everything else. But it was not just, because sometimes when you have an emotional trauma, it can manifest physically.
Most
because
likely
you
does.
were saying that this situation was from hysterical blindness.
Right.
Because
And then
of
there was
something
something devastating, and I can't catch what it was, but it was something about murder and
so something they saw,
Yeah,
this child,
yeah,
this
yeah.
little girl saw.
yeah.
And then she,
Yeah, so it wasn't done to her, but it was something that she saw.
right,
Yeah.
wow.
Obviously
So
to somebody that she loved. And I don't see a father that was following them around, so maybe it was the father that was killed or something. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That is really cool. What a neat birthmark to carry.
Yeah. And just to remind yourself, and miracles do happen.
Yeah. That's a great reminder
Yeah.
for this child, because as he grows up, there might be situations in his life where that's going to really help him, that he might need.
And
to
it's
remember
really
that.
right there. So he
Yeah,
sees it every day. Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
And then in that Jesus life, who is it? Chris was her mother in that past life.
oh,
Yeah, so they were together.
that is super neat. No wonder she asked about it.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting because she's resonating to the philosophy they had in that life.
And
I
it
think.
just goes with the soul tribe thing. It's
Good.
just, we tend to be around the same people, just
Yeah.
different experiences.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's really
And
cool.
let's see. Suri Garcia.
Okay, Suri Garcia.
Mm.
All right, let's go find Suri's question.
Mhm.
Okay. I also have a heart birthmark. It's at the end of my stomach. Does this mean the same thing? And so what I think she's meaning is she was asking this on a video that was about a heart-shaped birthmark for somebody else.
Okay.
So I don't know what the past life you picked up on for that person, but she's wondering
Okay.
about her
Well,
heart-shaped birthmark.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the same thing, but it's really unique to you. It doesn't mean just because somebody has a heart shape that it's like theirs.
Right.
But this one, heart shape on the stomach. So she belonged to like a community or village or however you want to call it, where being sterile meant you were worthless. You weren't able to bring life in, so and keep the community going, or population going, that kind of thing. And that was really, I guess, revered in that time frame and wherever she was. And I know it was like Russia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then if you were sterile, then your husband could just dump you because
Right.
you weren't able
Didn't
to
have any word.
Right,
Or,
yeah. But so the heart is, the heart shape birthmark was to remind her about self-love and just to love herself no matter what society thinks.
that's awesome.
Yeah, so that's part of it. But then she also, because of that, became a very skilled midwife that people from all parts of the country would bring her to their,
Wow.
yeah, because she was really good at ones that were very traumatic that would usually end up in death.
Wow.
That she was able to save the children. So there was good that came out of it.
So she was a midwife and a healer.
Mm-hmm.
So she helped women have babies, what you're saying.
Or have their children,
Or have their
where she
children.
wasn't able to, but she was able to bring children
Isn't
into
that,
the world.
see,
Yeah.
it's so amazing, you guys, that she charted that, but it was for that reason. She
Mhm.
spent her time, instead of investing it all into her own child or children,
Mhm.
she helped all these other women. So that, what a giving thing to have charted.
Yeah, and she could have been depressed and
Exactly.
but she
turned it into her strength.
yeah, exactly.
That is so cool.
So that's Suri.
Hi, Dodie.
Hi, Dodie.
We're just reading.
Oh, I know we're not supposed to do that, huh?
Can you help me to know about the karma of my past life with her? Well, I'll put it on the list.
Yeah, we'll put on the list.
Yeah, we'll put on the list, Dodie, for sure.
Because we have so many to talk about today.
Yeah.
And the next one is Yafnit.
Oh yeah, let's go find I have their question right here. I know they were on our video last week live. Okay, the Yafnit is their YouTube name,
Mm-hmm.
and they're asking, "Hi ladies, I have a oddly shaped splash on the back of my left calf. Does this mean that I was an artist as well?"
No,
Really?
no. It like I said, it's unique to everybody.
Yeah.
There may be some that have the same kind, because wasn't one of them, weren't they?
It was an artist. Yeah, it was last week.
But somebody had the same kind of birthmark, but it was because they were in life together.
Yes, that was, I remember,
Something.
Unicornify, and it was Alma.
Alma, yeah. Okay.
I think with my hands, can
But
you guys tell?
usually it's unique to whatever
Yeah,
situation.
I mean, that
you're
was
in.
very rare, I'd say.
Yeah.
Because that was the first time we've ever had that, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
All right, so Yafnit, I
Yes.
think that's how he or she says it.
Yeah.
And I keep getting like Vietnam, but I'm not sure that I'm so bad at geography and history and all that. But there's rice paddies.
Well, yeah.
And I don't even know if it was called Vietnam then, but that's where Vietnam is right now. But their family worked for somebody that had rice paddies. And so it wasn't even really their property. It was they worked for someone else.
Mm-hmm.
And it was long hours, and your feet were in water 24/7 almost.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
Yeah. And it was very hard work. And so that splash is, to remember your work ethic, because this is what he did or she did back then. Well, back then it was a he. When they were working all day, it was really hard. He sang. And he had a really good voice. So he would sing, and everyone else, and it picked up productivity.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited right now. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
You finish first, and then I'll talk.
Yeah. Hi, Tiff.
Hi, Tiffany.
Yeah, so that's where, and Bradley
Moon has a question, I think.
Okay.
We'll read it.
All right, so yeah. So that was it, to remember, even if it's really hard work and you just think you can't do another thing, you just bring something that makes you feel happy, and then it just makes the work seem easier.
I'm so excited because I knew I picked that angel for a reason. And I didn't know why to put behind us today.
That's right.
Yeah, but this is the angel
Oh
that
my God.
uplifts our vibration, which uplifts our spirits and our energy to feel more positive. This is how we can come out of depression. There's many different ways that the angels can help us with that, but one of the ways is through uplifting our vibration through music and singing.
Yeah.
And this is the seraphim angel. So sometimes, especially for Yafnet or others, all of us, when we're down or we're just having one of those days, it's amazing how much singing or putting on some music or just humming to yourself
whistle while
can
you
uplift.
work.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah, it can uplift our spirits. It really does help. So that's one of the things that Yafnet, but all of us can do when we need energy or we're feeling down or we just want to get out of that funk, anything like that. Even just turn on some music or sing.
Exactly. So that's his or hers.
Yeah.
And then the next one is Nada.
Oh, yes. But yeah, just so as they know, that's the seraphim angel. So that's an actual phylum that helps us with that. Okay, so Nada's question is a birthmark question.
Okay.
And it is, I have a white lightning bolt shape on my shin leg and a beauty mark on my shoulder, collarbone. Anything interesting? Thoughts? Lightning bolt Z-ish white. Okay. Oh, well, anyway, I'll just stop there.
Okay.
How was that? Trying to read
That
that.
was perfect. Okay, the white lightning, well, not necessarily white, but it was that's on her shin, I believe is what
Yes,
they said.
that's right.
Okay, and she was a Knight Templar, and I think they had individual markings to know who each other were without saying names, because it was at the time where they were in hiding. Because remember, there was something.
Wow. Yeah, they
They-
definitely were in hiding because
Yeah.
they were all wiped out except for the ones that could escape.
So that was his kind of signature.
Wow.
Yeah, in that past life.
Okay, how cool is that?
Yeah, and
That symbol is that's so
Yeah.
cool.
but I think he in the past life was one of the ones that were Friday the 13th. Remember when they?
Oh
had them
yeah,
all
they were
killed?
rounded up.
Yeah.
By the established
She was
church.
part of that. So
Wow.
they were rounded up, and then
So she was tortured and killed.
yeah. But the way she was killed though was knife.
Her collarbone.
Yeah, to the middle of, I don't know.
Oh
how-
yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
I mean, not in real life, of course, but
But-
I've heard about that and seen it
Mhm.
before, like in books and stuff like that's what they would do and
Yeah.
how they would
Yeah,
kill
because they were
shot.
trying to find out where the gold and all that stuff
Right.
was. Yeah. So that
Wow.
lightning bolt is to remind you of the purpose in life that you had back then, and which you can draw from in this lifetime, and also the integrity, the passion that you had for your spiritual
Yes.
feelings at that time, or I guess we're religious at that time too, right?
Doesn't it just blow your mind how, I mean, here they wanted the gold. I'm not talking about the knights. I'm talking about the church or the individuals that were killing everybody,
King.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like
That's
here
why
they
Friday
wanted
the
the
13th
gold.
is a bad luck day.
Exactly, it's from that old
Mhm.
what happened. But here they wanted the gold, they wanted the treasure, and it's like what they just don't get is the treasure was the knowledge.
Exactly.
It was the amazing knowledge,
And that's what they were protecting.
that they were passing down.
Mhm.
That's where it was, not in the gold.
Mm-mm.
But that's
But
what
that's
the
what they
gold
thought.
really was.
Yeah,
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 exactly.
exactly.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that's all I
Okay.
have for the.
It's just it's fascinating to me the truths and the ancient books and the knowledge that really stem from how this session today began was talking about Jesus. It was
Oh.
information all the way from Jesus'
Yeah.
life that was passed down. Okay, Bradley Moon is asking for our future list of questions to talk about. Okay, so I'll mark this
What
stuff
is it
down.
like this having great influence? Okay.
Okay, we'll put that on our
I'm
list.
gonna stay San Diego. I love San Diego.
Oh, I do too.
Whenever I was
San
flying
Diego
in,
is so awesome.
it was one of my cities. Yeah, I just whenever I would fly in, it was like I was home.
I love it down
Yeah.
there. I only had a chance to go down there once, and I have to say, when I was coming in, it felt like I just
And you
loved
know
how it
what's-
looked.
I just realized when I did my DNA, I have Native American from the coast of California.
So you knew you were home.
There you go.
Exactly.
I just gotta
you
figure
knew
out
it.
what. Yeah. Awesome. Have fun.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Have a great
Tiffany's
time,
going
Tiffany.
to,
We'll be with you in spirit.
Healing arts. Yeah.
We'll be with you in spirit for sure.
Oh, Mary.
Oh, hi, Mary.
How you doing? How you doing?
Yeah. Okay. Can you also tell me about my karma with my dad? We'll have to put that on our list. We have lots on our list, Vera. Okay. Since I was little, so I lived
Mm-hmm.
with fear. Okay, we have that on our list. Okay. All right. Oh, Unicornify.
Mm-hmm.
If you have not seen our video, I think it was last week. Let me look on my list because I wanted to tell them and I couldn't find how to contact Unicornify. But
What did she say
we
right
talked about her Unicornify. We talked about during our episode last week, we talked about your birthmark
Next to her right
next
eye.
to her eye. So if you have a chance to go see that, it was last week's episode. So we gave you that
9:15.
answer. Yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't find you to tell you that, but now you know. So you can check that out. It's really interesting.
Oh, she said thank you for answering my
Oh,
question. Yeah.
she did. Okay, great.
It makes her. My real name is Crystalline. It made me laugh when you guys kept calling me Unicornify. I'm so sorry I couldn't join the chat. I was working. It's Crystalline. But at least now we know.
Yeah, exactly.
It is Unicornify, right?
Well, her channel name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Vera, for letting me know about one of my past lives. It's really cool. This is the first one I've ever
Oh,
heard
cool.
of. If you pick up on inner lives, I may
Well,
have
we're
lived.
all
Please
old
let me
souls.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. We've been around for
For
a long time.
time.
It's amazing, Crystalie, that we have lived for eons of time before this life, and we're going to
Mhm.
live for eons of time after this life. It's amazing how much knowledge is within you. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
unlocking it. Okay, ready for your next question?
I don't have another birthmark.
What?
I did all the birthmarks.
Okay.
I just have one about Annie Knoll.
Okay, let's go find her.
It's not a birthmark question though.
And then we have this one. So let's go find Annie
We
first.
do?
Yeah, I'll show you in a minute. Wait a
Oh,
second.
dang fly.
Here we go. Oh, this is a good one. This is a really good one. Okay, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you guys ready? All right. Annie Knoll.
You didn't wait for their answer.
Yeah. My 5-year-old son died of
Oh.
cancer. I'm sorry
Yeah.
to hear that.
Yeah.
And I would be devastated if he reincarnated before I died and I could be with him again. Can you talk about this concern?
Mm-hmm. Well, our condolences truly.
Yeah,
I cannot think of a
really.
worse thing.
I'm so
Than
sorry
losing
to
a
hear
child,
about
yeah.
that for sure.
And the one thing, when we're in life, we think that we have the same mentality that we do on the other side, and we don't. So we don't take over, oh, I should have done this, or we know why we did it,
Right.
and all that kind of, we don't, and I know it sounds harsh, but we don't miss anybody because we know that they're coming any minute because there's no time on the other side. So whenever, first of all, your baby is going to be there whenever you die. So-
I was wondering. I had a
Yes.
feeling that
I
you
know
were
that
going
gave
to
me
say
a chill.
that.
Yeah. So that's that. But even if he weren't, you would totally understand it once you were on the other side.
Yeah.
You know, and then you could really help them whenever they're in life. So it's not like you're ever really apart. So that's the kind of thing. So just realize that we don't think the same way. We don't have the same emotions that we have when we're in life. So that's part of it. And also that he's definitely going to be there and waiting for you at the tunnel kind of thing.
Yeah, and you know what's really, really amazing too, Annie, is that one of the things that we've learned is that even though your child has passed to the other side and went straight to God, is that he's always around you as you live your life. He's always going to be there experiencing with you, even though he's on the other side.
Because it was like, oh, mommy, don't be silly. You know,
Aw.
we'll always be together because they're on the other side. They do. I mean, we do have feelings about how we were in life. We have remembrance of that, but it's still, we know everything about what we did. So, to us on the other side, it would be, oh, that's silly. We're going to be together all the time,
Right.
kind of thing. Yeah.
And it's also interesting too, Annie, is that the other side is here. It's just, what is it, 6 feet or 3 feet? No, it's 3
3
feet. So it's 3 feet off the ground, but it's here. So when people say that they see an entity levitating, or that they see a vision of a ghost or
Yeah.
something, it's just that they're being able to see on the other side, and it's levitating because the other side is 3 feet higher. The reason I bring it up is because your child is on the other side, but he's here with you. So experiencing, and he's still
Helping.
with you. Exactly, helping. You can see him and visit in dream time. But even during your day, you can talk to him, and he's right there with you. It's hard, though,
Yeah.
because you want to wrap your arms around him, and you want to, but he is right there with you.
But they do that. They do hug you and kiss you in dream time at night when you're asleep and you just don't realize it. Or if sometimes you wake up and you have this feeling of love, that's them,
I want to tell you.
But it doesn't mean that if you see them not 3 feet above the ground that they're not from God.
Oh, yeah, no,
'Cause
of
I've
course.
seen where they're totally on the ground.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't have to be. I've never seen.
Generally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've never seen anybody standing 3 feet above the ground either, but you hear people say that, and that's what we've been told. But really the point I was trying to make is that the other side is just here. It's just on the other side of a veil, as they say, that thinning veil.
Yeah.
And being that we're speaking about the veil is something that Angus, through Vera, told us that we ourselves can thin, which is amazing. So what that means is that when it comes to, like with your son, you, the more that you release guilt, and it's okay to have, guilt, I'm sorry, I meant grief, not guilt. The more that we can release grief, and it's okay when we're experiencing it and feeling it, but the more that we can release some of the layers that we build up, then the more that we can communicate and receive the messages from our loved ones. Not just grief, but that tends to be a blocker, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And the more that we can thin that veil and feel.
Yeah, because a
what
lot of
they're
times when
giving
you
us.
have that grief, it's like this munge around you that you can't get the information, can't get your, what do you call it? Your messages to come through from your spirit guide, your angels, that kind of thing. But they're still always with you. It doesn't mean that because you can't feel them that they aren't there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think somebody's at the door.
I think somebody
again.
is at the door.
If it's for,
This is a popular hour.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
Talk amongst yourselves.
All right. So let's see here. If there's any other, there is a question that I can talk about that I meant to bring up earlier. So this actually works out great. Kentron Chameleon, I think their name is, was saying, have you two ever had a mental or telepathic conversation or a verbal conversation with God or with a spirit that told you that he or she or it is God? And so one of the things that we wanted to tell you guys and Kentron is that all of us have the connection with God, and we all have that ability to be able to connect with God, obviously. But what we want to do is we want to emphasize doing meditations where, because we actually want to create meditations for many different things, and one of them that we're going to be doing is a meditation for you to be able to connect with God yourself. So that's what we want to emphasize about this question was we want to do meditations where, because we can all connect with God and have a conversation with God. That's what prayer really is. And meditation is listening. Prayer is talking to God, meditation is listening. And so we want to create meditations for you to be able to talk with Asna as well as with Am. And there's others too, like you were talking about this morning, you wanted to do a meditation for
Angus.
For Angus and the healing.
Oh, the healing pond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing these different meditations and letting you know about that. Okay, so back to the questions.
That was it.
Okay, let's make sure. There was one more down here, Vera, and it's kind of long, but this is one that you really wanted to address. And I'm just going to start reading it because it's a little bit long. It kind of has two parts. One is past life and one is philosophy.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, this is Nicole Agostini, and she says, I was born in Puerto Rico from Cuban parents and have been living in Texas for the last 18 years with only my husband and 2 kids. Well, one of them is already an adult working for the Air Force in another state. I don't have any particular birthmark, but I have always been fascinated with England, its history,
Oh,
especially King Henry VIII's reign and the Victorian era. I have this crazy idea that I was a woman in some kind of power position, which it's weird because in those times, women were a property to men. Now I'm going to stop there because the second part goes into a different part. But did you want to speak to her first part of her question?
Nicole. Okay, Nicole was King Henry the Eighth's mother.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's what that
And
was.
I think her name was Queen of York or somebody of York. I remember that. I can't remember exactly. Maybe it wasn't Queen, but that is so fascinating. Yeah. No wonder she just was resonating to it so much that she just had to ask.
So that's really why you add that, to it. You know. And that's just the thing. If you resonate to something that you're not in this life, and you have a really strong pull, then more than likely you've had a past life there.
Wow. So this is going to be really interesting for Nicole to see what else she gets on that.
Yeah.
Maybe through dreams or infusions and thoughts or signs that she might start just pulling that forward and different things once she researches that person's life to see anything that she might really have carried forward in this life.
The power she really didn't have within the court, but she had power with him, with King Henry VIII. So she says that she felt like she had power or something, I thought. Yeah, some kind of power position.
Right.
While being the mother, you know, of the king, eventually, is power.
Yeah.
But yeah, so even in the court kind of thing, really the queens were very dispensable if there was a king involved. Ask her son.
Sorry, ladies.
Yeah.
I guess that's how it was back then. But now see how it's balancing out because now women have a lot more power than we used to, especially like in the Me Too era that we have, that we can actually have a voice.
Yeah.
Are you getting something else on that?
No, I was just remembering like what we talked about where she died early, but he was like a youngster, like 6 or 7.
His mother died when he was a child,
but
in that
still
life.
had the effect on him throughout his life.
Right.
Because apparently being that young and then having that love from that mother, you carry that with you, even though they're not there anymore. So there you go.
Right.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like just a tiny, minuscule bit of research looking at King Henry VIII that his wives, he was looking to not to replace his mother, but he was looking for
For
someone
his mother.
that was like his mother,
Mhm.
and maybe that was it. They weren't his mother.
Yeah.
I don't know about his marriages though.
Yeah,
I have to like read
that's
up on it.
speculation because you really
Oh
don't
yeah,
know.
exactly. But people have actually speculated that, so that's really
Yeah.
fascinating. That's. what
But
you
maybe
pick up on.
Nicole could get more information about that.
Yeah. Okay, just to finish up on their question, Nicole's second part of her question is, I have an uncle who worked with people doing regressions, and I told him that one time I went to see a person for regression, and sadly, I could not get much from that. I only remembered some feelings, but didn't see anything, and I felt like really nothing happened. The person gave me back my $100 because she felt like I didn't get what I wanted. So my uncle told me that it was actually a good thing that I didn't let just anyone get into my mind. This uncle of mine is someone I really admire. When he speaks, it's like you're listening to a wise man. If I lived close to you ladies, I would try to go see you. Maybe someday I'll get to meet you in person.
Awesome.
So that's cool, and we would love to meet you in person. And I'm wondering what you have to say about her uncle, because
Well,
about her uncle getting in, saying it's good that she didn't just let anyone get
I
into
know,
her
and I'm
mind.
surprised that somebody that's doing regressions would say something like that.
Right.
I know you think highly of your uncle, and I'm not putting anything, negative on him. But from what I've garnered through regressions and that kind of thing, you can't get into somebody's mind.
Right.
The client always has the power, just like how you did when you couldn't get the information. And it might have been because you were only supposed to get feelings. That's something. And that's positive because at least you felt something. You're not always going to see something. And most people get disappointed because they go in with an agenda that they wanted one certain life. And that life may not be where your soul mind wants you to go. And it gives you something that's more important that you need to deal with. And then still the client will feel disappointed because they didn't go to a life in Timbuktu or something. And they forget about, look at what you did get. So feelings for your very first regression is amazing. It's really good, and that's very ethical of that hypnotist to give you your money back because she didn't have to.
Right.
Right. But I disagree with your uncle. I'm sorry. No one can get in your mind unless you allow them to.
Yeah, it's interesting.
You are in total control.
Yeah, people.
And I'm talking about regressions. I'm not talking about, what do they call it, brainwashing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a regression.
Right.
Hypnotism.
That's something completely different. Yeah. When it comes to doing past life regressions, when you have somebody who can pick up on psychic impressions, they're actually receiving the information from you. They're not getting into your mind and taking it from you. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, nobody can get into your mind like Vera pointed out.
No. And getting a feeling, getting a color, that's something. It's a start.
Exactly.
And that's what people should have been told at the beginning of the session.
Yeah.
You get what you're supposed to get during that time.
Yeah, because even if you just get a color, that can be very, very hugely important.
Yeah.
Because that feeling or that color, when you're driving down the street and negativity is bothering you, if you reflect on that color,
Mhm.
it could really calm you down.
Yeah.
Or reflect on that feeling that you got in the session. So like Vera said, whatever it is very important. Hugely
The
important.
spooky ghost. Cold reading. Well, you don't have to be here. You can go somewhere else. Yeah. So yeah, that's just the way it is for regressions, that kind of thing. So.
Was there anything else, Vera, that we wanted to tell our
No.
friends? I think we covered everything.
I think so. But if we didn't, we'll go through it.
Oh, well, as far as the questions we were going to cover today.
Right.
We have a lot
There's
more.
a lot more, exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So thank you, everybody.
And we, like we talked about earlier, we do have questions that were left. We will write them down
Yep.
for upcoming episodes.
Exactly.
So
All
we want
right.
to thank all of our friends for joining us today.
I'm a magician. That's cool.
Oh, okay, cool. Interested
Everybody
in your
has psychic
conversation.
ability.
We'll welcome.
Thank you, Bradley Moon. You have a beautiful weekend
Aw,
as
you
well.
too.
All of you guys do.
Yeah.
Thank
Oh
you
my
so
gosh,
much.
there's more.
I know.
I can't keep up with it. One day I went to a hypnosis therapy and I was, wait, I gotta read that.
I guess we're not leaving.
Yeah. I was remember actual past lives of this time, and the therapist said that it was souls that get into my soul
Oh my God.
that were affecting me.
No.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, we don't believe in that. No soul can take over our soul. No one can get into our mind. We have more power than that. Yeah, we have a protection. God protects us from that. It's the
Guardianship
the
of
soul
the mind.
mind. Yeah, the guardianship of the mind.
That's mother and father protecting you from anything that was negative that people are trying to get in.
Yeah, we're not a
Yeah. That
just-
does not cause you, you know, harm and that kind of thing. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
so
all great
just
questions
remember,
and great
you guys
thoughts.
you're powerful. You have the ability to stop things from coming in, you know, negativity, that kind of thing. So,
Exactly. Yeah, no, those souls are going to be able to come in and affect
I think somebody
you.
had a question about parallel lives, and your soul can be in one parallel life and you be in the other. I'm not sure if I remember
Well,
that
we
one.
believe that we're our full embodiment, and
Yeah.
that's what we're here to experience completely in a physical, in an emotional, and a spiritual way. All here. Doesn't mean that we can't bilocate or that we
Exactly.
can't go to the other side at night, but we believe that we are in full essence in life right now so that we can garner all of our full lesson of what we want to be in life
Yeah,
for.
exactly.
That's just what we believe.
Yeah. And if that's something that you don't resonate to and you resonate to parallel lives, then go with that. Because we don't know everything.
Yeah.
And, you know, once we get on the other side, we can go, up, see, that's what it was, you know, or
Yeah.
something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, was there anything else that we wanted to address for now?
Well, there's always unethical people in every profession, is all I can say for that
Absolutely.
question. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because definitely. Yeah.
For sure. Every profession. That's for
Everyone,
sure.
Yeah.
Well, you guys, thank you for joining us
Yeah.
today. Hope you have a blessed week.
Yep.
Stay enlightened and
we love you.
for sure. Love you guys.
Thank you. We're starting to get some of these.